about social media, you spoke about instant gratification.
Yes.
And when you spoke about your book and the writings, I start to connect it now.
Yes.
Because I'm always on your Instagram, and you're always dropping these bars.
Yeah.
Girl. And I'm like, oh man, are those really her quotes? I don't trust them no more. They're too good. I mean, social media has become such a platform of expression, but also a platform of some mirror, some glass, as a place where you share so much knowledge, and as a place where I feel that people can connect with your wavelength. How do you feel about all these different generations, music, keeping true, and the noise on social media?
I wish the internet could shut down for just 24 hours.
How's about Jesus comes back and get us? I think our expiry date is
just for 24, no, actually 48 hours.
Yeah.
Just let the internet just shut down and let's see people for who they really are. Because we hiding behind this. I can't even go out and have supper with you without, meal, hair by, nails done by, outfit by. But okay, great. Why are you telling me? Now you're just a walking brand. That's all you are. You're just advertising. So I'm like, shut down the internet and let's see what people are really about. Like, who are you outside of all this? Outside of your hair, your nails, your makeup, face on fleek. No, I'm not bashing any of that. But at the end of the day, who are you? You know what I mean? And we've all become walking brands. That's all it is. We're living, our lives are just for show, just for ads. And it's sad because the kids coming up look up to that, and for them it's not a show. This is reality. You have some little kid out there looking at how Precious living and she's got the bottles, and now they're putting pressure on their parents that I want to live that life, I want to maintain that, and it's not necessary. You have kids freaking committing suicide because they can't live up to this. So as much as we're doing that and we do it to be aspirational, you're not realizing the ripple effects of what the bad parts of social media can actually do. It's scary. My son's not getting a cell phone anytime soon. No, he'll wait till he's 25.
He saves the money, and when he has the money to afford a phone, he buys it. I think that's a good strategy.
I'll get him those little $199
walkie-talkie
SMS
over
call when you need me. It's scary.
Yeah,
it's so scary, and we don't realize how broken people are. Like, the most happiest looking people on the internet are probably the most broken inside. They're just, it's depressing actually, because you hide behind the net. You go there, you wake up and this is all you're looking at. You're waiting to see how many likes you have, but you're an empty soul. Like, you're just empty.
That is so true. That is so real. Also, just the level of your own truth. How much of it you share, how much you overshare, how much you keep, and how much you think is relevant. And it's so sad that you can measure your own truth as relevant when it's your own truth.
And we've just desensitized so many things, which is, there was someone who posted something, I think it was on Twitter, but it was this, you could see that this person is crying out for help, like, this is depression 101. And people were just like, you're looking for attention, and it's for me, it's like, how can you be so insensitive? This person is clearly using this platform because they need some kind of help, but everything
and it's usually the last straw, honestly.
Everything becomes a joke. Everything is a joke now. The fact that we can post a picture of someone who just got shot and just put it there, you know what I mean? We've just desensitized so much that we're using it the wrong way, I think. So just be very careful of who you choose to follow. So when it comes to the social media thing, I'm very picky about what I follow, what I look at, what I subject
it's
myself
waiting at the
to.
door for you.
Just
bricks.
What I subject myself to, I'm very, very cautious about that, because at the end of the day, if it's gonna fuck up with your energy and your vibes, it's not a dope thing.
Preach, girl. You're taking us to the church now.
Hallelujah!
Now we will turn over to the book of Nthabi, chapter 16.
Is this like you call me a brownie?
Verse 5.
Oh my gosh.
So listen, in the book, okay, that's obviously a process and it cannot be rushed. It's your flow. So the book's gonna come out, and maybe or maybe not, the music will follow or accompany the book. But in terms of music, what are some of the influences you're listening to? Baz, you're listening to Peter, or you're listening to Liana? Beautiful music, very transcendent, free, strong, so many different,
I got my ratchet side too. Everybody got their ratchet side.
I know your ratchet
Everybody
side.
got their.
Don't make me pull out the files now.
Everybody got their ratchet
Hashtag
side.
leave it at that.
Like, there's a crazy side.
Yeah, so I mean, those kind of influences, especially as time changes, as time grows, I see that you're very, even with your influences, when you're talking about Diana Lahav's stuff from like 2 years ago, and you link it to Baz, it's kind of like the same wavelength. So so your influences in the music, when you finally decide, I need to add a bar to this, or I need to rap to this. What do you do? Do you put that in your instruments? You put that in? Would you ever change your flows, delivery? How do you work? Because
how do I write a song?
Yeah,
it's so crazy. I don't have a formula to how I write a song. I've had so many songs where I just wrote it, gave it to a producer, and I said, add whatever beat you want to add to this. And crazy enough, those have been some of the most beautiful songs because I didn't know what to expect, But when I write, I normally try and find a certain instrument to follow.
Yeah.
Like that's what determines what flow I'm gonna go with that song. So if it's gonna be the hi-hat, or am I gonna go with the drums, I find a certain pattern within the beat that I'm gonna ride on. So
you look like a freestyler. Do you like sometimes freestyle, like just go on and just be like, oh, beat nice, okay, one take and be done? Like
not with recorded stuff.
Okay.
If we're just messing around, I'll do it, but not with. And the reason being is because I'm so emotional about my music. Like, I'm an artist, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm emotional about my shit.
Yeah.
But you do, I mean, bar for bar, for example. When I wrote that, I didn't have to like stop, go. It was just go. Sometimes you literally just vomit out the words and they just come out. But with more intricate songs, it's a very emotional process. So the thing is, when I write though, I write very quickly. So I do prefer to write in studio. So I just do it and record. Let's get it over and done with. And I've been recording myself a lot, having my little laptop studio. I'm sitting on a whole lot of stuff.
This thing is very simple. We're going to break in. We're taking the book. We're taking the laptop. Done.
You're going to keep with me and
exclusive on Silicon Auto. You're gonna wake up one day. Exclusive. Nthabi.
Everything. I'm like, yeah. It's cool.
I want to go back to one of my favorite songs of yours while we're still here and while you don't do interviews with everyone. Telephone.
Oh my God.
All the time.
All the time.
It's like from the conversation to that vox. Hello. To I just called.
That song was recorded in like 30 minutes. It was quick.
Sure.
That song I was with PH. I remember PH produced that. We're chilling in a studio and he played me the beat and I was like, I want to do something on here. Wrote, recorded it. I got my girl Male, who's actually my son's godmother.
Yeah.
It's like your voice is perfect for this. I just think she has one of the most amazing.
She's crazy.
She actually reminds me of Amel Leroux. She's got that Amel vibe. She's the voice of honey. And I was like, okay, I got the song. You'll be perfect on it, and boom. And that was another one where I recorded and it wasn't complete. All the stuff that you heard with that stuff PH added, and I had nothing to do with that. I recorded the song. We left it. I think about 3-4 months later, he was like, listen to this. I was like, what? That's not what it sounded like.
And also just the incompleteness, now that you say it, kind of makes sense, but it fits into the song because it's like that telephone, that message, he didn't pick up the phone. Like,
PH is dope like that. I think he's one producer I really, really enjoy working with purely because he he gets me, you know. I haven't made music with him in a while, so I don't know what kind of space we'd be in now for us to get into studio, but he would get it. I would do something and I don't have to explain to him where I wanted to go. If anything, I'm like, I can't wait to hear what he's done. And I love working with people like that. I mean, you get producers who just give you the beat. They don't care what you do on it. It's just pay me my money and that's it. But I love producers who get involved with the process, who actually want to hear it sound good.
Yeah. Do you get asked for features? Like, do people just get like you
Yes.
on come on my song?
Yes.
And
No.
can't even apply.
No, man. I don't do features just for the sake of doing a feature. I need to, number one, like you. Like in terms of what you sound.
You're very
like.
emotional.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a very like I can't. My music is an extension of me, and I almost feel like if we're gonna make a song together, I've shared something very intimate with you that I'm not just gonna go sharing with everybody.
Yeah.
So you could be the dopest person on planet Earth, and you could have the dopest music. But if I think you dope person musically, if you're a shitty person and we just don't vibe, I'm not gonna make music with you. Because how are we gonna create? How are we gonna get in a space where we have to, unless it's like a song for a cause and there are 10,000 other people on there, but you could be the greatest artist of all time, but if you have a shitty personality or a shitty spirit and we just don't vibe, it's not gonna work. So I'm very picky about who I work with. Sometimes people just want features and it's like, feature this, feature that, feature, and you know this person just wants a feature because it's gonna benefit them more than it's gonna benefit you. So
Yeah.
I
like it a lot. I'm happy. We got you to drop some jewels. Because sometimes you want to know what kind of a space someone is in, you know. And for me, I mean, music is music. It'll always be there. And that's the good and the bad. It's always going to be there. So there's no need to rush. There's no need to forget. But it's very important for the fact that it's always going to be there. It's like a nostalgia, you know?
And also just know the person. There's so much more to a person. Like, what is it that inspires you to make the kind of music you make? You know what I mean? There is so much more to me than just the music, you know what I mean? The music is like my bloodstream, and then you get the writing, which is like my heart, and it's just, there's so much more to you, and that's why I say, even if I haven't put out stuff in a while, I haven't made music in a while, I think I've solidified where I've put myself in the music world to know that even 10 years from now, I will still be known for what I did, you know what I mean? And I always said, I don't want to, if I had to die, I don't want to be remembered as the chick who made a hit or the chick who could rap. I want to be remembered for, shit, she still stands out. She did something.
That's so
you know
true.
what I mean? And if that's all that matters, the fact that my son now can say, oh, mommy's going to studio or she's doing this, you know, that means his generation is still going to know that his mom made a difference. She did something. She contributed to this here thing we call hip-hop, you know, and that for me is way more important than a hit that is going to be here today and 5 years later no one's going to give a damn about it.
That's so dope, man. That's powerful. Very important. No, seriously, it's very powerful because today, like you said, we are walking brands, but I mean, how many of us are going to be remembered 5-10 years from now?
What do you want to be remembered for when you die? Like, we're all going to die. We are all going to die at some point.
It's happening.
It is happening. And I've never, since I got into this, I always said I do not want to be remembered as that person who just makes hits. I'm not a hit maker. I make music. I'm not here to do anything else but make music and touch the people it needs to touch. So if that means it's 5 people it touches, that's enough for me. If it's 10,000, great, but I'm not here trying to be on the #1 chart and I'm the new hot thing, and I don't care about that thing, because at the end of the day, that's gonna phase out, and what's gonna remain? Your music is gonna remain.
That's powerful. Yeah, I think also this conversation is just the legacy of you. Honestly, like you said, you haven't done interviews, you haven't put out new music much. But I mean, I was just itching to get you on camera and say, listen, I know we always talk together, but like, you know, talk to the people, and it's the legacy of you, you know, that kind of keeps you having people say, do an interview, do a feature. it sticks. It sticks, and kudos on that. Like, I'm inspired. I need to also be remembered like this. Like, you don't know Spoken Priestess? She used to. I want that.
But it's so crazy because, like, I suppose it's a good thing, but I guess I'm very picky about what I put out and what people get to see. But like you said, people,
and that's okay. It works.
It works for me.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's so much more to me. But you have to get to know me personally, like you said, to see the crazy side, to see the wretched side.
Don't worry, we'll bring it back to the red couch every time. It'll be a quarterly, the next episode.
But literally, like, more than anything, it's when you do speak to me, what I put out there is not detached. Like, you're not going to be like, but who's this person? What you tweet about, what you put out there, or the kind of music you make versus the person you are one-on-one. It's totally different. That's not me. Like, what you see out there, that's me. That's me to the fullest. Yeah.
Man, I'm so honored to live in the same time as you.
You make me sound like
no. No, you know what? I was thinking about, like, I saw
granny.
Not at all. I saw, Slicker tweeted this morning that in his time he got to see, SA hip hop be debuted on international radio. Stuff like that. Like, I think we take some of these things for granted because life is so fast. After the next achievement, it's on to the next biggest thing. And I sat down and I was like, I think I was born in the wrong generation. I wanted to be born in the 60s, 70s for that music and then be gone before now,
Yeah.
But then when I think about it, there are some people in this generation that I'm so honored to exist amongst, including yourself. And I'm really honored to have met someone like you, or to exist in the same realm as someone like you.
Beautiful, man.
And yeah, man, you know.
You're the brown, emotional one.
All the earthy people must
love. You're so crazy.
Hug a tree, everybody.
Oh my God.
If there's a tree next to you right now, hug it.
With a glass of wine in hand, right?
You're starting.
Just
but yeah. We're looking out for you. We're out here. Anything you drop, the book, we're coming to the book launch.
Yay.
It's happening. It's done already. When the album is dropping, we're coming to the listening session. Look, it's happening. This is a contract, by the way.
Okay.
So yeah, everything comes here first.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just that.
I've secured the bag.
Done.
Miss Nthabi, everybody. I'm going to put telephone for you. If you don't know that song, you have to know it. But also Fire Squad is on Slick on Life right now.
Yes. Thank you.
In our time, we saw greatness.
She's not going anywhere.
No, she's not. But we saw greatness in our time.
Broadcast live